Hi, it's your homeschool doula here. I'm outside in my vineyard in the garden area of our home. I'm going to talk to you guys today about some self-care while I'm doing self-care. I like to be out in my vineyard. I don't like to garden as much. I don't have a green thumb at all. I can't keep stuff alive. As far as like vegetables and flowers and stuff. But I do enjoy trying. I do enjoy getting out in the dirt, in the plants, feeling the warm sun on my face. I enjoy trying, and that's a form of self-care for me. So here I'm out in my vineyard pruning, because these wild plants here have been pruned for who knows how many years. We just moved in here this past summer. So my job is to clear out the stuff that's not working anymore and help support the stuff that is working. And if that's not a metaphor for life and for homeschool, I don't know what is. So as we clean away the dead stuff of our life, or the stuff that is totally alive and vibrant but isn't serving us anymore, that's a form of self-care. So today I'm not going to tell you huge lists of things that you should be doing and calling it self-care, because that'll just add to the stress and it's not actually helpful at all. And taking care of yourself is not adding stuff on your to-do list. A lot of it is taking stuff off your to-do list. So take off this big branch here off my to-do list. So the number one thing is to give yourself grace. You're not going to have the dishes done every day. You're not going to have the laundry made and folded, put away every day. You're not going to have many things on your to-do list done every day. So what you need to do is figure out what your non-negotiables are. One of my non-negotiables is I have to get outside at least once every day. If I don't, I go crazy. One of your non-negotiables may be having a dinner made at the table. Some kind of one good food per day. That could be a non-negotiable. Figure out what your non-negotiables are, and the rest get snipped off. So number 2 is say no to added stress. Added stress is anything that you don't need in your life and that you can take out of your life and make it better. This big old huge plant here was the original grapevine. It tried its best, but it only has these 2, 3 growing on it still. The rest of it's just totally dead. And it's gnarled and curly and just crazy. I'm cutting it out of my life. It adds stress. I'm going to cultivate this newer, younger one. This guy here. And that would be a better plant for my vineyard. So is it difficult cutting out a mature plant? Sure. That's probably 3 years worth of growth. But will my vineyard be better for it? Most definitely. So what in your life can you cut out that is not adding value to your life, but is adding stress? Even if it's not a bad thing. That vine was alive. So what is adding stress to your life? Is it all the extracurriculums that you're putting your child into to help them with their social life? Is it the homeschool co-op class that you're a part of that is just stressful? Is it... It could be a number of things. Whatever it is, if you have something in your life that is adding stress and not as much value as you need in your part of your life here, to say no. Be okay to say no. Say not at this time. And it's uncomfortable for a lot of us to say no. It's not something we practice very often. But I think we should get into the practice of saying no. So that's step number 2. Say no to added stress. Number 3 is say yes to what will fill your tank. While saying no is important, there is things that we should say yes to. And don't be afraid to say yes. If it will fill your tank, if it will add value to your life, if you know that it will help you be a better mom, a better human being, then say yes. Is that a girls' night out? I don't know. Is that an exercise class at your local gym? Maybe. Is it going to the pool with your kids in the summer instead of staying home and cleaning your house? That would add value to your life. Say yes. My toddler came and gave me plants to decorate myself. Number 4 is use conveniences or shortcuts. Do not give yourself grief for using shortcuts. Don't want to take a pile of kids into the store? Use a shortcut called grocery pickup. You don't want to make homemade pancakes from scratch, but you don't want cereal either? Use pancake mix from the bag. Use frozen pancakes. You want to use a bag of frozen burritos from the store instead of making and filling your own? Go for it. There are no rules. You can do what you want in your life and in your family. If those shortcuts are easier, do it. So number 5 is set aside time for yourself. And again, that is determined by you, what that looks like. Maybe it's painting your toenails at night before you go to bed. Maybe it's having your kids have a quiet time for half hour in the afternoon and you watch a Netflix show that you like. Something for yourself. Maybe it's going outside and working in the garden. Or just sitting on the front porch and reading a book. Maybe it's just putting the dishes away for a while and going outside and laying on the grass with your kids and just being present. Maybe that is time for yourself because you're allowing yourself to do what you want. Even if that is time with your kids, that is time for you also. We get told all the time in popular media and stories about our mothers, our grandmothers, our ancestors, about how wonderful mothers are and how blessed mothers are and how much we need mothers and our angel mothers and how self-sacrificing they were and how they always did everything for their kids and how they were always there for their kids. And I love that. I honor that. But also, we need some reality in our lives. We have to take care of ourselves also. And we cannot be made to feel bad for taking care of ourselves and for putting ourselves first sometimes. Our kids need to see us practicing self-love and self-care. If not, the next generation will also not know how to practice self-love and self-care. We owe it to ourselves and we owe it to our kids for them to see how to love oneself and how to honor oneself. And not to put oneself last. Every time. Like as moms, we are infamous for putting ourselves last. You cannot feel guilty for wanting more for yourself. That is okay. You deserve to have some time for yourself. Whether that's between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. As my grandma said. That was her self-care time. And she took that time to work on her ceramics. The last one is find your people. There are people out there for everyone. You can find them. Whether it's going to homeschool co-op groups or church groups or sports activities or art in the community or climbing in the community. There are ways to find people. You just have to go out there and put yourself out there, which is hard, which is scary. but people need people. Moms need friends. Grown-ups need to talk to grown-ups. However you find your friends, go for it. You can do it. So sum up, give yourself grace. Say no to added stress. Say yes to things that fill your bucket. Use conveniences or shortcuts. Set aside time for yourself and find your community. And your life will be better, your kids' lives will be better, your homeschool life will be better. Get out there and good luck. I know you can do it. If you like this kind of video, please subscribe to Your Homeschool Doula and share it and like it, and I will see you next time.